Hi, welcome to hell. Be with you in 1 minute. Lindsey, is that you? Oh, we've been waiting for you. You one of our VIPs when you sneak up in here. We're such big fans of your work down here. That good old days of segregation, the Supreme Court nomination stuff, war, bombs. I mean, oh my goodness, it's so happy to finally meet you in person. Gay people deserve rights. You'll hear stuff like that really periodically yelled at you down here. It's a part of our premium torture package, which you do qualify for.
Oh my goodness, who is that screaming?
Oh, that's Mitch. Yeah, he down here, but the boss is keeping it a secret for now. We put him in a reality where there are term limits on being in the Senate. He hate that shit. Okay. All right. So these are the directions to your personal torture chamber. It's a closet.
The closet.
Ironic. I know. I came up with that myself here. Who is calling me while I'm trying to check you in, Mr. Graham? Hello?
Hey, wrap it up down there. We got a new shipment of people coming in.
Oh, okay. Is it?
No, it's not. He's still not here.
When he gonna get here?
I know.
Well, all right, Mr. Graham. You're all set. Go ahead and make your way down to your chambers. To marry. All right. Have a terrible time.
Oh my goodness.
Lindsey Graham. I bet y'all thought I wasn't gonna make no video about it, didn't you? Tell the demons no. Don't let Lindsey and Mitch go alone. Hey, somebody actually posted the rest of the lyrics to that in the comments. Me cracking up like I was drinking a Pepsi and I spat all of that out. Anyways, adios, bigot.
If you're under 30 years old, you might not know about this guy. His name is Lindsey, and that feminine name is the closest he would ever get to a woman. Lindsey died at 71 years old. He had 0 children, 0 wives, and most importantly, he had 0 girls in his Instagram DMs. Lindsey died completely alone. The craziest part is he spent decades of his own political career making sure that gay people could not get married. Basically, he knew he was going to die alone, and he wanted gay people to die alone with him. Back in 1996, Lindsey voted for something that said marriage can only be between a woman and a man. 14 years later, he would vote against something called Don't Ask, Don't Tell. If Lindsey got what he wanted, the military would be able to fire people simply because they were gay. If you were a lesbian woman, if you were a trans person, the military could kick you out for that reason alone. 3 years later, Lindsey would vote for something called the Employment Non-Discrimination Act. This time, if Lindsey got what he wanted, any job in America could fire you if you were gay. 2 years later, it was now 2015. This was the year that gay marriage became legal in every state in America. Lindsey was not happy about this at all. He told the world that he opposes gay marriage. He then said he is a supporter of traditional marriage. 11 years later, it is now 2026. Lindsey is no longer alive. If he was such a supporter of traditional marriage, how come he never got married?
Hello guys, thank you for choosing this video here today. What you're about to hear has social media in complete meltdown. Black Americans are reacting in ways that have millions talking and the internet can't seem to agree. In today's episode, we are going to break down the viral reactions, the biggest talking points, and why this story is dominating conversation across America. Let's now get into it. For those who are new here, I am Marvin, and please and kindly, if you're not a robot or an alien, please do hit the subscribe icon below for more Black American hot gossips and trends like the one we're discussing here right now. You can as well share this video to fellow family and friends. Let them know that Lindsey Graham's death has everyone talking. Even white Americans are hilariously reacting to this message. Stay with me till the end as we unfold this, and at the end we'll have more strong commentary on this episode. Share your response on the comment section below and I will humbly respond to you. A question I have for you today: are you in support of Lindsey Graham's death, or are you in mourning mode? The midterm elections are around the corner in November. Kindly choosing for the right leader who will take care of your needs and wants. Residents who live in South Carolina, it is a loss to you people, but kindly bear with us today as we unfold this. Let us watch the following videos.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to stand here and pretend that Senator Lindsey Graham was a great and honorable man just because he's dead, because he wasn't. Lindsey Graham was a miserable, evil warmonger with no principles. The sad, pathetic end of his career is a testament to a Republican Party that's become a cult to Donald Trump. And I don't care what anybody says from the Republican Party. I'm not going to take any lectures from them after they support a president who virtually spit on the graves of with John McCain, Robert Mueller, and Rob Reiner. What made Lindsey Graham so horrible is that he knew better. He was close friends with Republican Senator John McCain, the man Trump attacked in life and kept attacking after he died in 2018. And then he snuggled up to Trump like a puppy dog begging for a bone from his owner. What kind of man befriends the enemy of his deceased best friend? Trump gave out Lindsey Graham's personal cell phone number to the world, and Lindsey laughed it off like the beta male that he always was. What I hate about Lindsey Graham is that he knew exactly who Trump was from the beginning. He called Trump
a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
He said he's
unfit for office.
And said that he
doesn't have the temperament or judgment to control himself.
Graham said that Trump would be
the most flawed nominee in the history of the Republican Party.
And after all that, he became Trump's little lapdog. Yes, he briefly broke with Trump after the January 6th insurrection and said,
"Count me out. Enough is enough."
But the very next month, he was cozying up to Trump again. And just last year, Graham said that
Trump is my favorite president.
And why?
We're killing all the right people.
And that's who Lindsey Graham was. A man who got a hard-on for war. Afghanistan, Iraq, Venezuela, Cuba, Iran. It didn't matter for Lindsey.
I go back to South Carolina. I'm asking them to send their sons and daughters over to the Mideast.
Graham recently told Israel,
"Why is it okay for America to drop 2 nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? To Israel, do whatever you have to do."
I don't care if Lindsey Graham was gay and spent his whole life in the closet. That's a struggle his conscience had to deal with and take to his grave. I do care that he spent his entire career supporting a party that tried to hurt LGBTQ people. And that's the problem. It's the constant lies and hypocrisy from Graham and the Republican Party. When President Obama nominated a Supreme Court justice in 2016, Graham made up a new rule that we can't fill a vacancy in the last year of a president's term. But then when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died in the last few months of Trump's first term, Graham changed the rule and pushed Amy Coney Barrett onto the Supreme Court 1 week before Election Day.
And you could use my words against me and you'd be absolutely right.
He did the same thing on abortion. First he said
They should decide the issue of abortion.
Then a few months later, he supported a national abortion ban because
This is not a states' rights issue.
today's Republicans have no principles but power. If they will sell their souls to Trump, they'll sell their souls to the next highest bidder as well. But now that Lindsey Graham is dead and Mitch McConnell may be next, it's time for us to put a stop once and for all to the mad cult of Donald Trump.
Lindsey Graham is dead after 23 years in the Senate, and you know what's pissed me off? Instead of leaving a simple sorry for your loss and moving on, we are getting posts like this one from Kamala Harris, where she says that she's saddened to learn of the passing of her former colleague, who was full of wit, energy, and charm, and cared deeply about the Senate and the people of South Carolina. Now, we expected performative posts from people like Eric Adams like this. But come on, Tammy Duckworth. This man was an anti-immigrant, Islamophobic, racist, bigoted, anti-LGBTQ monster in the Senate who was obsessed with power. So much so that he helped steal a Supreme Court seat without thinking twice. And it wasn't just Cory Booker. It was Patty Murray. It was Ted Lieu, Lucy McBath in Georgia, Terry Sewell, Sheldon Whitehouse, and even Joe Biden. And the part that's the craziest about the Joe Biden post is he could have easily said nothing because we saw all the attacks that Lindsey Graham made against him and his family. And not to mention that Lindsey Graham tried to help overturn the 2020 election. And it wouldn't be a day that ends in Y without John Fetterman chiming in. I mean, Lindsey Graham was not a good person. And it is okay to say nothing at all, because being dead won't change the horrible things that he did. Former Capitol Police officer Michael Fanone said, "Lindsey Graham is dead. I will always remember my first and only encounter with him when he looked the grieving mother of a dead police officer in the face and barked that he wasn't going to listen to her blame Trump for January 6th. When I showed my body cam footage of that day, he turned away and looked at his phone." But apparently there were lots more Democrats that had great things to say about this guy. These are not the people that we want fighting for us in Congress if they are so easily willing to hand out platitudes to monsters who tried to overthrow and overturn an election and have worked their entire years to snatch away democratic rights from American people. And I mean, even Al Franken was in on it. He could have also said nothing. The one person we haven't heard from is Mitch McConnell, which tells us everything we need to know about how Mitch McConnell's doing. Political creator Qasim Rashid
said this, which I absolutely agree with. Democrats could have done exactly what Senator Rand Paul posted. He said, "I was so sorry to hear of the passing of my colleague, Lindsey Graham. May he rest in peace." That was simple. It wasn't doing too much. Ugh. Lindsey Graham will not be missed here in America by people who care about democracy, human rights, immigrants, and aren't warmongers.
So there's a lot of people saying things like, oh, I can't believe y'all are celebrating Lindsey Graham dying and Mitch McConnell potentially being dead. My thing is that people have every right to. People like Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell decimated the lives of countless people, right? Like what are we actually talking about? And this is why it's so hard to build community with people, because y'all don't actually want not just liberation, y'all don't want humanity for people, right? You are frustrated, you're more frustrated with people for being happy about a complete supervillain being gone, rather than being frustrated at the fact that people have to do things like put groceries on Klarna and Afterpay, which is directly tied to people like Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell. But y'all gonna be mad when Donald Trump goes, because it's gonna be something.
71 years old. And the tributes want me to say he was complicated. He wasn't complicated. He was consistent. People keep saying don't speak ill of the dead, but I'm not going to speak ill of him. I'm going to quote him. And if that sounds the same, take it up with the deceased. A eulogy sums up a whole life, so let some. He was born behind a pool hall, orphaned young, and raised his sister. A genuinely hard beginning, and honestly, he overcame it. I'll give him that. But hold your applause, because that kind of childhood means that ignorance was never available to him as an excuse. He knew what being counted out tasted like. But he spent 30 years running the kitchen anyway. He sat in Strom Thurmond's chair, the 24-hour filibuster against civil rights chair. Yeah, that one. And he made sure to keep it warm for 23 years. You know, original fixtures, guided tours. Now, they'll tell you it's ugly to call a man racist at his own funeral. Well, fine, I won't do it. I'll just let him make the argument. In 2013, immigrants crossing the southern border, he said they came from hellholes. Those were his words. Now, mind you, he said that years before Trump did. In 2019, when a president told 4 congresswomen to go back where they came from, Lindsey went on television and called these women a bunch of communists who, and I quote, hate our country. In 2020, to the black people of his own state, he said, y'all can go anywhere, conservative, not liberal. That was permission with a leash. That's 4 quotes. Different decades, same man. I didn't call him anything. I just ran the tape. And the women, let's not leave out the women, right? In 2018, a woman sat before his committee and testified about her assault. And Lindsey delivered one of the most passionate performances of his career. Not for her, though. He screamed on behalf of the accused. And days later, the sentence he chose on camera, I'm a single white man from South Carolina and I'm told I should shut up. But I will not shut up. Oh, sassy self. Nobody in the history of this country has ever successfully told a single white man from South Carolina to shut up. Then in 2022, Dobbs falls. And while the other Republicans were at least pretending that it was a state's issue, Lindsey introduced a national abortion ban. Weeks before the midterms. He didn't have to. He volunteered. That man never met a woman's decision he didn't want co-signed by Congress. And the spine, let's eulogize the spine. Briefly, since, it was rarely used. 2016, blocking a Supreme Court seat. He begged the cameras, use my words against me. An election year vacancy should wait for the voters. 2020, election year vacancy. He confirmed her in 38 days, while people were already voting. His words were used against him and he was fine. Literally, the man had no shame. He called Trump a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot. The finest sentence of his entire career. His one conviction. Then spent 8 years apologizing to him over 18 holes, and died 4 weeks after winning a primary on that man's complete and total endorsement. Even the timing was loyal. The last work of his hands is still on his desk. Well, it was as of this morning, anyway. A bill putting fresh paperwork between certain voters and their ballots. Tributes say he never stopped fighting, but he never started. Fighting requires a side, right? And this man spent 50 years as a professional +1. Embarrassing. John McCain's shadow, Donald Trump's caddy. Never once was he the subject of his own sentence. A weather vane at least tells you about the wind. He just turned and asked if the wind was pleased. That concludes the reading of the life He wrote every word of it himself. I just chose the order. We will not be observing a moment of silence. So in lieu of flowers, check your registration. Take 2 people with you. He worried his whole career about the supply of angry white guys. Condolences will be accepted in November. We'll make sure they're counted, assuming his bill doesn't pass first. He'd have wanted the paperwork. Ashes to ashes, record to custody. The service is concluded. History has him now. And history, unlike Lindsey, doesn't change its story for anybody.
Up to now, what do you have to say about this episode? Are you in support of Lindsey Graham's death? Black Americans are happy. They are in a happy mode because this harsh leader from South Carolina, a senator, has met his maker. On the other hand, I keep on telling you and I keep on wondering, why is it always that white supremacists like Lindsey Graham will always be against and part against Black Americans? Black people in America, Black Americans, the indigenous Black Americans have been in America for such a long time. Why didn't Lindsey Graham champion for the rights of citizens who live around South Carolina? Most people who are reacting in this video are residents who live and reside around South Carolina. Why are they not mourning the leader who was died at the age of 71 years old? It is such a disgrace when white supremacists always downgrade Black Americans. On the other hand, Trump is a big fan and a big friend of Lindsey Graham. Many people are looking up to the outcome of the unthinkable. If you know it, let me know in the comment section below and let others know what you think, and I will humbly respond to you. For the longest time possible, the merger was United States of America went into. Lindsey Graham was part of it. Donald J. Trump was also part of it. It is not like you are attacking Lindsey Graham. It is only an episode to showcase to you that karma really catches up with people who hurt you the most. He was against the LGBT people. He was against vast development the United States of America would have had up to now. And always remember this, the midterm elections is around the corner. Many people want this seat. But up to now, Americans are saying that they are not going to mourn Lindsey Graham because it is something that Americans have always longed for. And a question I asked you from the beginning, are you in support of Lindsey Graham's passing away? Has it hurt you? Do you feel remorseful, or are you happy with how these circumstances come into place? On the next episode, I'll showcase to you how white Americans are reacting to Lindsey Graham passing away. Remember, let us keep this conversation as positive as possible because we are not attacking Lindsey Graham's family, and sources are saying that he didn't have a woman on his side. That's exactly why he hated the progress of women in America. It was a nice session engaging with you, and if you find this video of value, it has added more essence to you, kindly don't forget to hit the subscribe icon below, and I'll continue championing for the rest of Black Americans in our white supremacist world. Robots and aliens cannot do hit subscribe, but I believe each and every person watching this video can do hit the subscribe icon below, and we will move in one direction. Kindly follow for more facts, and I'll keep you more posted and updated because I upload on daily basis, and I showcase the world what Black Americans continue to face in their day-to-day lives in America, how white supremacists are always against Black people, Black immigrants, indigenous Black Americans, the foundational Black Americans. Thank you for watching this short coverage, and goodbye.